Hi, I'm Jim, and this is Jim's Fix-It Shop. And I had a viewer send me their chain case assembly. They got new bearings, a newer chain, and they cannot get the clutch disc assembly onto the sprocket and shaft. I took a wheel, I got out one of my larger wheel pullers, and I did get it to pull off, or started to come loose. They got it stuck on there. They're having problems with this key. It said it's the only one I have. It had to have come out of there. So I don't know if it got hurt getting it out. I always use a pair of these. Pulls them right out. And I grabbed one off the shelf to check to make sure the keys were the same, somehow didn't get mixed up. They sure look the same to me. 235 thousandths, 240 thousandths. It's actually a little smaller than this one. This one's 1/8 inch. This one's close. I guess what we'll do is we'll file this a little bit, get the burrs off the side of it. I don't feel any burrs on the side of the hole. Trying to knock off some of these. It does appear to have some burrs on it. Another thing I noticed is the hub and sprocket on the top is a little loose. And it doesn't seem to be loose enough to be missing the thrust washers that are supposed to be on each side of the hub. But we're gonna take a look and see what we have in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see the screen or not. Probably not. Doesn't really like to stand up on its own. But that's the front-facing camera. I want the side-facing camera. There we go. Now let's see what we see in here. Well, you can see there's the first one, the big white nylon. Now if we can get past the chain. And there's the other one. So they are both in there, and I can see a gap between the edge of the bearing and that thrust washer. These things are awesome. I've got a couple of them I'm going to be giving away. The small one, I guess it's over there, that has to link up to your phone. This is a DS300. I have a DS500 they sent me to do a review on, and I hate to say it, but I'm going to be giving that one away too. This is the one I bought. This is a DS300, and I'll be keeping this one. because it's just so handy to have one of these things. And they're really not that expensive, especially the small one that links up to your phone. They're pretty inexpensive. But we're gonna adjust this. That's not good. What can happen if this gets off center far enough, the chain is gonna have to come up and go over the sprocket. And what it's gonna do is wear the side of the sprocket off. So we want to keep that centered as best possible. I've got this little tool I made to do that with. This will straddle the hub and go in and set on the rim of the needle bearing, and we're going to tap it in a little bit. It don't take much to move them. Now I have a little play in there. That's not bad. I think we'll go with that. Now let's see if we filed enough off that key. Got to get our little washer back on there. And Bellevue, is that what these stupid things are called? These are just lock washers, old school lock washers. And if you look at it, you can see that it's cupped or bowl shaped. You want to put the bowl side up, the largest side up. That way it rubs on the inner race of the bearing. If you put this the other way around, it will rub on the seals on the edge of the bearing and couldn't lock up the drivetrain, and it will definitely mess up all I got to do now is, there it is. Thought I lost it there for a minute. We'll try to get this down in there where it belongs. I don't know if I filed enough off it or not. Keep your fingers crossed. Hey, look at that. Now we want to put our two washers on the outside. Our lock nut. Oh, and that one still locks. I don't know what we're going to use here. Let me find a socket, and I'll probably get out my impact and stick it on there tight, and they won't have to mess with it. I'll be right back. Okay, got the impact, we got the socket. Let me grab a glove, because sometimes these things will spin and they'll really bite you. I had to turn the compressor on, get some air. My tank was pretty low. That ought to take care of that. Now, everything else looks pretty good. What do we charge for something like that? What did it take me, 20 minutes? And I've been corresponding back and forth for quite a while, trying to help them out, get this thing put back together. they're on a fixed income. I don't think I'm going to charge them anything. And I told them to try filing the key, and well, must be the file I got isn't much good because it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Well, I'm going to send them a new file too. We'll just slip that right in there and see if they notice. So we'll get this thing stuffed back into a bag. Now you can get these bags at the post office for free. And if you don't want to go to the post office, you can go on, there's a website, USPS Postal or something, and tell them what you want. It shows all the boxes they have, the cost to ship in them. And this is a priority bag, so it's a flat rate of $10.40. It comes with $100 in insurance, and it has no weight limit. You can ship anything that will fit into here if it's a pound or 100 pounds. No weight limit on it, and it's a flat rate. So I've got a bunch of these. I'll go over and grab one and get it made out and get it shipped back to them. Let's see if I ship it Monday. Post office closed by now. They'll probably get it Thursday. So I guess that's it on this one. Until next time, work safe, have fun, and I'll talk to you soon. So long.